my channel. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you guys for sticking with me till this time. This is actually my first video in 2020 and today is my cooking day, so I want to take you guys through how I cook my dishes. Okay, I'm going to be preparing shito today and also stew for jollof rice and also wache later, but I'm not going to cook the wache and jollof rice today. I'm just going to prepare the stew so that you guys can see how I do my stew, and if time permits I'll just prepare jollof. That's why I have my chicken here. So these are my ingredients that I'm going to be using. Okay, I'm going to prepare the shito from scratch. So for my shrimp powder, I have my fresh shrimp here. I'm going to roast it in the oven. I do it from scratch, guys, because this place I don't know where I can get the proper shrimp powder from, so mostly I do it myself. It has been defrosted already. Okay, so what I normally do is that I spread the shrimp on the baking tray. Then after that, I keep it in the oven to roast. Okay, while it's in the oven roasting, I love to prep my ingredients before I start preparing anything at all. So as you can see me doing, I'm blending the dry herrings that I'm going to be using for the shito. Yeah, so you blend it bit by bit. You don't want to spoil your blender, so you blend it bit by bit. Whilst you blend, you shake it, because normally when you are blending you get some particles at the bottom and it makes it difficult. So you just shake it a bit and then blend again. So as you can see, it is all done, looking so beautiful and nice. It is very fine. I like it when my ingredients or my dry herring is very fine. I don't like it to be like big particles, coarse, let me put it that way. You see how fine it is? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and then chop my onions and blend them. Normally when people are preparing shito, they usually use oil to blend the onions instead of water. You know, water and shito, they are enemies, right? Yeah, but for me, I'm not going to use oil because I need some of the onions for my stew as well. And what I'm going to do is that when I blend it, I'm just going to pour it in the pot and keep it on fire so that the water can evaporate. Okay, then I use it for my shito. That's what I normally do. If you don't want to use the oil, you just pour it on fire for the water to evaporate from it, then you can use it. Okay, I use lots of onions when I'm cooking. Okay, aside the fact that onions makes food taste better, it is also an antioxidant, okay, as well as fights against inflammation. It also helps reduce high blood pressure and cholesterol as well, so it's very good for your health. So start eating onions, okay? Some people do not eat onions because of the smell, but then when you cook it or you fry it a little bit, the smell reduces a little bit, so it's very good. Okay, yeah. Now I'm chopping some onions for my stew. I'm not going to blend this one. Okay, I'm just going to put it in the oil and fry it for stew while I wait for the one I'm blending to finish blending. Okay, so I have some more onions to blend and I'm pouring a part that I've already blended in the pot, as you can see, and I also have some left to blend again. So while we wait for all the onions to be blended, let's wash our chicken. Okay, yes, so you have to wash your chicken thoroughly to prevent germs from entering your food, right? Yeah, it's very good to stay healthy. Also, remember we have our shrimp in the oven, so you have to check for that one too as well. You don't have to let your shrimp get burnt, because when it gets burnt, like, it's going to give your shito a bitter taste. So you have to be checking up on your shrimp all the time until it's ready. Now it's time to cut my ginger, my garlic, and also the anise, and blend them and add them to the onions already on fire to get all the water from them, so I can use it for the shito. Remember, I told you shito and water are enemies, okay? So you want to get all the water out of the garlic, ginger, and also the onions, okay? Yeah. So yes, that is done. Let's cut our beef now. This beef, I'm going to use it for my shito. I usually cut it into pieces and fry it and add it to my shito. My customers love it, so that's what I do for them. Guys, try it and you'll love it, okay? It's the best. You just have to make sure you fry it very well, okay? Yeah. So now I'm done with that one here. I'm done with the cutting of the beef, and I've already washed my chicken. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to season them and then put them on fire so I can concentrate on other things. As you can see, I'm adding some chopped onions, and also I'm going to add some natural spices. That's the garlic and the ginger. I left some of the garlic, ginger, and onion, so I'm going to add it. And then the spices, actually they sell it in Ukraine here. It's not one of my favorite, but at least it's manageable. Okay, it's just manageable. That's why I like using it. So you can get it in any grocery shop. Okay. You can see my phone hanging there like I'm watching some Nollywood movie, guys. Sometimes cooking can be boring, so either I listen to music or watch movies just to entertain myself, to make it interesting. Okay, so now I think our shrimp is ready. You know it is ready when there is no moisture in it, okay? Yeah, so it is time to blend it. I decided to go the local way, guys, because I had already washed my blender and didn't want to use it again. But anyways, I enjoy using this traditional method. You can try it. It's fun. Look at how fine it looks. Very good. It looks nice, guys. The shrimp is out of my way now. Let's check our meat, chicken, and blended onions and spice on fire. The meat and chicken is ready. I'm going to start with the stew first, okay, guys? Since I still have some moisture in the onion mix, I will need some of the onion mix for my stew. And for the stew, the onion mix necessarily doesn't have to be dry before like you use it, okay? I know you get me. Yeah. Okay, so I'll quickly cut my meat while I wait for the oil on fire to be hot and then fry it. At this point, the meat is ready, but because it is for the shito, I will leave it on fire some more so it can be crunchy and dry. Let's check our onion mix while we wait for our meat to be crunchy and dry. Guys, it is ready now. Let me pour my chopped onions immediately since the oil is still hot. You see how dry and crunchy it looks? Oh, yummy. While we wait for our onion to get cooked, guys, let's coat our chicken because there's no time to waste. Coating chicken before frying makes it crunchy and prevents it from splitting. You can also dip it in an egg before coating with flour. It makes it more delicious, guys. Try it and thank me later. So guys, while coating my chicken, I realized that my onion is cooked, so I had to stop coating and then wash my hand and get back to it. Okay, so now I'm going to add my onion mix to the fried onions. Yeah, at this point I'm just going to stir it after adding it to it, and then add the other ingredients immediately because it had been on fire for some time now and it is well cooked, so no need to keep it on fire for a very long time. You get it right? Yeah. So I'm about to add my tomato puree now. Mostly some people add their tomato puree before they add their onion mix. Anyhow you do it, you still arrive at the same place. Same destination, guys. Yeah, we all have different ways of cooking, so feel free to do what you want. Okay, yeah, so you stir for some time. I'm going to stir until I get a uniform mixture. Yeah, you stir gently. Voila, that's it. So I'm going to add my blended tomatoes to it. I don't want to even leave one. I don't want to leave some in the bowl. Keep stirring, keep stirring. At this point I'm going to do what we call potogum shegum, because guys, I have to quickly do this and get back to my shito. Yes, so while I do this, I'm going to push it aside and cover it so that my stew doesn't splash all over my kitchen. Guys, this is the secret, okay? You know, some people will ask, they'll be like, how do you make your stew that when you are done, your kitchen still looks new? This is what I do. I just pour everything in it at once, cover it and lower the fire, cook it on a medium heat, okay, and stir whenever it's necessary so that you don't get your kitchen soiled with oil. It's that simple. So I'm going to add my stock now. I've added my stock. There's the stock from the beef, okay. You can also use chicken stock, whichever stock you prefer. Then, as a lady, you cannot cook whilst your pot has remnants of stew all over. You have to clean your pot. You have to clean your pot and then make sure everything is clean and nice, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so stir. I'm going to stir and then shift it to the other pot. Did I just say pot? Shift it to the other stove and then lower the fire to like a lower number, or cook it on a medium heat. Simple. What am I even saying? Yeah, you understand, right? Yeah, so basically that's what I'm trying to say. So we are going to focus on our shito now. I'm going to prepare 2 pots of shito, guys. So while I prepare my shito, I'm going to be frying my chicken too as well. That's why I'm pouring the oil into that small pot. Guys, I have to multitask, okay, because I ain't get time to waste in the kitchen. Oh my god. So for the shito, I'm going to pour my onion mix, the same amount, into both pots, okay, in order to get the same taste. That was what I did, but I think no matter what, there's no way you get the same taste to, like, sometimes I try to use the same measurement for everything that I cook, especially when I'm cooking the same thing in 2 different pots. By the end of the day, even though the taste is similar, there will still be some difference, guys. So I'm stirring at this point, okay. So you keep stirring. Instead of standing there doing nothing and waiting for the onions to get to my desired texture, I'm going to package my fried meat, okay. Since the shito is not ready, I'm just going to pack it and then keep it aside. Oh god, English. So let's check our stew. You realize I covered my shito, the other shito, before opening the stew because I didn't want water to drop in the shito oil. Like I told you earlier, shito and water are kind of like enemies. You can see that black, is it black particles or dark brown particles in my stew? It was the particles of the meat, like the fried meat. After packaging it, the remaining at the bottom of the, is it colander? Yeah, I poured it in. Yeah, just to retain all the flavors, guys. So now I'm frying my chicken now. So I'm doing like 4 things at a go. Wow, that's magical. Frying my meat, checking my shito, and then stirring my stew. You know, when I was adding all my ingredients to the stew, like, it looked dry with no oil, but guys, wait, you will see that oil will start popping up. You know, too much oil is not good, so just a little is cool. Yeah. So while I stir the shito, I'm going to check my chicken too and do everything and make sure nothing gets burned. Okay, it's very necessary. Keep stirring to prevent it from burning, guys. You need to keep an eye on the shito, especially because when it gets burnt, then you don't have shito. Everything will get spoiled. See the oil in the stew. Wow, this is what I'm talking about. Look at how beautiful it looks, guys. Yeah, it's that simple. So yeah, just follow my steps and guys, your kitchen will be clean. Now let's check the chicken too. It's almost ready. I think it's okay now. Let me just take it out of the oil and then fry the rest. Yeah. Let's fry the rest. Okay, so now I'm going to add my tomato puree. Okay, I like saying so, pardon me, guys. It's normal. I'm going to add my tomato puree and then leave it on fire. Keep stirring until it's quite brown or cooked, well cooked. Okay, so gradually our shito is getting closer to the desired color that we want. Yeah, so you have to keep stirring shito. One thing about shito is that when you leave it for at least 1 minute, like, it's going to get burnt, so you have to keep stirring it. Okay, as you can see, I'm multitasking. So at this point, my shito fire is not so high. It's very low because I know I'm doing other things and I'm not concentrating really on the shito. Okay, but if you are not doing anything and it's just the shito, you can just cook on a medium heat, yeah, and keep stirring. So my stew is ready. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, it's ready. Wow, look at how nice my stew is looking. Remember when I started cooking it, like when I added all my ingredients, there was no oil at the surface, but now you can see the oil, and the oil is just a little. I don't like using too much oil when I'm preparing food. And this stew, usually I'm going to use it more for jollof, and when you're cooking jollof, you don't need a lot of oil in your stew. Okay, the oil sometimes make it get burnt. Okay, so just a little oil is enough. And when you cook your stew and you see that there is oil on the surface, it also shows that like your stew is ready. Yeah, so basically that's it. As you can see, I'm adding my stew to my rice. Okay, so for your jollof rice to be superb, tasty and delicious, it all depends on your stew. The stew must be delicious. That's your base. So like if your stew goes wrong, it means you're going to get a bad jollof rice, you know, right? Yeah, so for your jollof to be nice, you need a better stew and a better rice as well. The rice sometimes also counts. You know something? Another secret to a delicious jollof, aside the fact that you have to make sure that your stew is on point, you also need a stock for a delicious jollof. It could be chicken stock or meat stock, any meat of your kind. Like, you know, I prepared chicken. Okay, I fried chicken, so I'm now going to use my chicken stock here. Okay, so you need stock to make your jollof rice tasty. So I try to reduce the water that I use. So usually my stock becomes my water. You get it? Yeah, even if you use water, it should just be a little. It shouldn't be more than half a cup. So your water for the jollof should be your stock. Okay. Wow, our shito is getting darker and I'm loving it. That's so nice. I think I have to leave it and check my jollof rice to see how it's doing. Usually what I do is that whenever I'm done mixing my stew with my jollof rice and adding my stock, I usually cover it and then leave it on fire on a medium or low heat and leave it to cook on its own, like no pressure at all, so that it comes out beautifully. Look at how nice it's looking, like I'm cooking on a medium heat. Yeah, so it brings out the beauty of the jollof rice. Okay, so do you know why I created those holes in my rice? This helps to speed the cooking time and also make sure that like every particle is well cooked. My shito is doing so well, so now I'm adding my shrimp powder to it. At this point, I'm just going to be adding all my ingredients, okay, because it's getting darker. So I'm just going to be adding all my ingredients to the shito. So you may be wondering, like, especially the non-Ghanaians, what shito actually is. The difference between shito and stew is that, like, for stew there is a little bit of moisture, but for the shito it is very dry. When it comes to the color, stew is quite bright, but then shito is darker. And I said earlier on that I don't really like a lot of oil in my food, but then when I was preparing the shito, like at the beginning, I used a lot of oil. You can see now that like the oil is actually disappearing, because shito really takes lots of oil. It's just like that. And then when you are done cooking it and you leave it, you see that the oil will just surface on top of it, and it helps to preserve the shito too as well. So yeah, at this point you add the amount of pepper that you want. Okay, this one is to your taste, okay? Yeah, when you want it hot, you add more pepper to it. Yeah, so yeah, shito making is just very simple. It's very simple. You can eat it with a lot of things: bread, rice, jollof rice, like rice, example, jollof rice, fried rice, kenke, gari, like eba, you know. Can eat it with a lot of things. Shito is just handy, so I love shito. Yeah, I think I prefer shito to stew. Yeah. At this point, after adding all the ingredients, I decided to taste it to see if I'm okay with everything in it, in terms of pepper, salt, and everything. As you can see, I added a lot of pepper to the shito, but not to the stew. So it means for shito, this one is just for the non-Ghanaians. For shito, you need a lot of powdered pepper done when you are preparing your stew. Okay, so like it's kind of hotter than stew. Now my shito is done, so now I have time for other things. As you can see, I would like to prep my stew. I have these little syrups or Ziploc bags, okay, so I'm going to keep my stew in them. I'm not putting everything in one Ziploc at once, because I would like to be using it like one by one. So I'm going to do it little by little, so that any day I'm ready to use it, I just pick one and then that's it. Okay, so I've gotten the stew out of my way, and finally, guys, look at our jollof rice. Wow, it is ready and it is looking all nice. It is looking all nice and beautiful. And that's egg. Aside it, I boiled the egg and I also fried it. Okay, it is all looking nice. The day bell peppers will go extinct, guys, I really know what to use to decorate my food, because I love decorating my foods with bell peppers. Okay, so it's time to package my shito. That's my label. As you can see, my name is Sonate Dominance Kitchens. Lovely shito. I have my number, everything on it. Yeah, I even have a Bible verse on it. That's Jeremiah 29 verse 11. I also have my Instagram account or my Instagram handle on it, okay, as well as the ingredients. So that's how I package my shito. I make sure I put the shito in the bottle before, then I clean the outer part of it and the edges. Is it edges? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Then I attach my label to it. Then afterwards, I cover it with this white circular papers. Okay, this is just to prevent the oil from leaking from the bottle, and also to cover it very well. Yeah, so basically that's it. That's how I package my shito. Thank you so much for sticking with me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and also subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, share it to your friends so that they can also watch me. Happy New Year, guys. God bless you all. Bye. Okay, so if you are in Ukraine, that's my address, Lizwiga Swabody 39 10th Fadiesh, and that's a memory verse over there, as well as my Instagram handle and my number. Yeah, so you can call me in the ingredients there. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.